So Indian football right now is experiencing a nice little wave of popularity after, of course, India's success in not only the Intercontinental Cup but also the SAF Cup, which India ended up winning despite having an invitation sent out to two teams not part of SAF and beating both of them. So that was a pretty big achievement in that ways, and perhaps because of that, it's rather interesting or good timing, let's say, that the Durand Cup fixtures have been put out at last. Now, you know that international football won't be going on for a while. In fact, the build to, let's say, India's domestic football season, which is, of course, very, very important in a sport like football. You're not going to be playing international matches all the time. A bulk of your matches will come from club games, which is why it's important that you have a good domestic season. And India's domestic season, as of both last season and the current one, will begin with these wonderful trophies being defended. And of course, the Durand Cup, you know how the format is. You'll have 6 groups and each of these groups will have 4 teams. Now this year, of course, the groups for all of those 6 groups have been revealed. So you know which team is playing in which group, which are the pitfalls potentially that could be there, and of course which are the army teams which will be playing, because that has been a long-standing tradition of the Durand Cup. It was, of course, an army Cup when it started all the way back in the 19th century, and of course now this is a tradition that still goes on strong, but this time there's a few notable inclusions and we'll get to those in just a bit. Without further ado though, here is all the 6 groups and what the big fixtures will be. Group A, this group, oh my word, this group is, I think, going to have the attention of pretty much everyone, because both of the major Bengal clubs, Kolkata clubs, that is of course Mohun Bagan and East Bengal, are a part of this group, and these group matches will all be taking place in Kolkata. So you're going to see a Kolkata derby take place in Kolkata in the group stages. Doesn't get much better than that. But of course, beyond these 2 teams, there is a Bangladesh Army team as well, very interestingly, and Round Glass Punjab FC. Now, Round Glass Punjab are the defending I-League champions, and they've also become the first team to actually get promoted from the I-League to the Indian Super League. So really, considering the fact that both Mohun Bagan and East Bengal are ISL clubs and Round Glass Punjab are an I-League team, they're definitely going to be the underdogs here. But Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, that's going to be the match to watch out for. That is the one game everyone is going to be having eyes on. And in case you're wondering, a Bangladesh Army team, why is it that a foreign or overseas team is playing? Well, this has, of course, been a part of the history of the Durand Cup too. But this year, 2023, is going to be the first time in 27 years that a foreign team, or in this case, multiple foreign teams, as you'll soon find out, are going to be playing in the Durand Cup as well. Focusing on the groups now, that's Group A, and as I said, it's a doozy. Group B, also pretty interesting, has the 3rd biggest club from Kolkata in Mohammedan Sporting. But beyond that, you've got Mumbai City FC and Jamshedpur FC, 2 teams who are, of course, let's say, decent teams really in the ISL. Now, Mumbai City FC, of course, have had the rare distinction of doing not just winning just the group stage, but also the title under Sergio Lobera. So clearly, that is something that would be, of course, they'd be a team to watch out for. Jamshedpur FC are a team that have kind of underachieved, been here and thereabouts, but again, a quality side for sure. And of course, the Indian Navy team rounds off the Army representation in this particular group. Moving on now, there's Group C, and Group C, oh man, this is also a really good group. You've got 2 teams from Kerala. You've got the Kerala Blasters and you've got Gokulam Kerala. So there's a Kerala derby in there as well, but there's also a South derby. Why so? Because Bengaluru FC, who are of course the defending champions and have stalwarts such as Gurpreet Singh Sandhu and of course Sunil Chhetri in the side, well, they're going to be in the same group as Kerala Blasters. Why this is interesting? Because of course you'd remember, and we'll get to that in just a bit, but the 4th team here, Indian Air Force, that's the Army representation. Why is Bengaluru versus Kerala though the one fixture that everyone is going to be looking forward to? Because of course this year in the ISL playoffs, when these teams were playing, Chhetri had scored that quick fire free kick, and the Kerala Blasters head coach was not happy at the decision to let the free kick be taken quickly, even though it was well within the rules, led a walk out of the team, and of course the team were hit with very big fines. In fact, the team was hit with a fine, the head coach was hit with a separate fine, and as a result, the financial difficulties that they had, let's say Kerala Blasters, they temporarily suspended operations in their women's team as well. Not a good look all around, but this match is definitely going to be one that everyone is going to be looking out for. Moving on now, Group D, and Group D is a bit interesting because you've got 2 teams from the Northeast. You have, of course, Northeast United FC that are based in Guwahati. FC Goa, a team that are probably one of the more consistently entertaining sides in the ISL. And of course, you have Shillong Lajong FC, who of course you'd remember were a side that really impressed a lot in the I-League. They've won the I-League as well. The fourth team, unfortunately in this case, it's an unknown team. We don't really know which is going to be the team that's going to be coming into this group because it hasn't been revealed. So this is going to be a surprise that will be announced later on. But again, it's also a pretty interesting group. Northeast United are a side that have done well in patches. FC Goa, as I said, one of the more entertaining sides, and Shillong Lejong, small side sure, but they've also won the I-League and they boast a really good fan following. The community really comes out to support Shillong Lejong, and I for one can't wait to see their fans turn up in big numbers to support. Group E is another interesting group. You have, of course, two ISL teams, an I-League team, and Tribhuvan Army FC. Now, Tribhuvan Army FC are, of course, a Nepal team. So, you have not just a Bangladesh team, but also an army team from Nepal playing in this year's edition of the Durand Cup. But Hyderabad FC and Chennai FC are probably going to be the two teams to watch out for. Hyderabad FC, you'd remember, were recent ISL title winners. Chennai FC have won 2 ISL titles in the past. Delhi FC, pretty good side who have been doing well in the I-League, but of course not really come that close to promotion as of yet. Of course, promotion's only been happening for a season, but Delhi FC have been a quietly underrated side in the I-League. So this too, interesting group, but of course Hyderabad and Chennai clear favourites in this particular group. Group F, the last of these groups, will in fact feature not one but 2 army teams, because there's of course an Indian army team and a Bodoland team as well. So that's an interesting one. And the 2 teams that are going to be featured in Group F, Odisha FC really I think would have the easiest run here, because again, an Indian army team and a Bodoland team, they'd be fancying their chances. Rajasthan United are the team that are representing the I-League in this particular group. Now, in case you're wondering, wait, there's 6 groups and there'd be a knockouts as well. What's the criteria? The criteria is simple. The group winners of every group will go through to the quarters, as well as 2 of the best placed second best teams. So whichever ones of the teams finish second, you do have a chance, but it's only a 1 in 3 chance of making it, because you have to have your points haul must be really good. If your points haul is level, then your goal difference must be better. So there's a lot of permutations and combinations. The best thing you can do is win your group, but of course now you know what the groups look like. You can let us know in the comments below which teams you think are favorites to actually top their respective groups and make it easily through to the next round. Also, let us know if you're excited for this particular tournament, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget, like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and tap that bell icon too. Also follow us across social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to download the AajTak app as well. And if you're already on the channel, go ahead and check out some other videos that we've done.